Oh yes, I'm back. Today we're playing Bloons Tower Defense 6. If we go back in time, back to when we were all younger and were watching pyrocynical MLG videos. Yes, those times. The golden times. Where a facial reel wasn't going to ruin your self-esteem. Back when we were all playing flash games on any given website. I personally used aight.com to play Bloons Tower Defense 4. That is nostalgia in its purest form, and today we're playing its successor, Bloons Tower Defense 6. And if you haven't played Bloons before, let me show you what it's all about. In Bloons there are a lot of monkeys, which is your tower defense. Take Monke for example. Very cute, but also very aggressive. Then take Big Monkey. He big, he thick, and he probably eats a lot of dick. And then we have Open. These monkey skulls are to pop the balloons, earn money, and not die from balloons going through. It is as simple as that. I have one goal in mind for today's video. It's not beating all achievements, because that is really just a waste of my time. But instead, I'm going to do something crazy, time-consuming, horrendously stressful, and mentally draining. I'm going to beat an expert map on all difficulties to get a black border. The pinnacle of balloon domination on any given map. Why an expert map, you may ask? Well, I don't know either, because I'm somewhat bad at the game. I do have 4 black borders already, which were also hard to get. I just didn't record it at the time, and we all love a hard challenge, don't we? The difference between a beginner map and an expert map is huge. So let me quickly show you how to beat the cabin on all difficulties. Easy mode is the easy mode. Just place your hero and some monkeys, get them to tier 3 upgrades, and save up for one tier 4 tower. The same also applies for primary monkeys and inflation. A super monkey is pretty much always the way to go. And there we go. All the primary challenges are completed. Medium difficulty. Not hard at all actually, and you should only feel scared at round 40 and 60 if you save up correctly. And do the same strategy in reverse. It works all the time. Military is just making the choices easy actually. A sub and a buccaneer really shines. The plane also shines together with a chopper. Apocalypse was also no challenge. Just get some early banana farms down so you earn some money. This will help you get the balloon solver and you win Apocalypse. Hard mode was also no challenge. The balloon solver on the glue gunner really shines at this stage of the game. Magic monkey is just shinobi spam, then you're golden. Double Moab HP no problemo. And half cash is somewhat tricky. Also balloon rounds, it's okay on this map. Impoppable is hard, but I just get the MIB going. Super Monkey, Alchemist, Tax Zone, and I was set almost. Just remember to use your money when you have a lot saved up. So I said screw the Tax Zone, in with the balloon solver, and get a Moab eliminated. And yeah, like I should probably keep track of the money I save up, because this became really embarrassing. So screw the Moab eliminated and in with the Spirit of the Forest. Just look at the pops it's getting. And there you go, Impoppable done, without farming banan. And then chimps at last. I'm going to lose my sanity on this game mode later. And there you go, how to get a black border on an easy map. From here on out, it won't just take 5 hours to complete, not even close. I had also played a lot of intermediate maps, so I could unlock all expert maps, so I then had the freedom to choose any of them as I pleased. Critically, for this video, I chose to play Sanctuary. Was this the best map to try out first? Well, I have really no idea. But here we are playing easy mode. Just get side down.
There is no Bloon.
Monke with triple shot, mortar, sub, and an alliance of crossbowy boys. And Moab Mauler. Boom. Primary monkeys only. I just did the same but excluded the sub because I couldn't use it. And won. Inflated. I didn't really get the time to talk about inflated earlier, so what does it really mean? Well, you can't earn any money and you're only left with 20,200 cash. Use it wisely and pray you win. And that's what I did. I bought a village with discount and camo detection, a super monkey turned into a rubber monkey, and then the sniper monkey with fast firing and large caliber. I then almost died to purple camo balloons. medium difficulty. Everything is a bit more expensive. First get a triple dot monkey and then a qualified marksman that killed 39,211 real men in the Battle of Waterloo. Get a chopper, then make sure the balloons will be blown away and upgrade your now 2 marksmen to something truly terrifying. Oh yeah, and don't forget to use your money, so buy 2 subs and an engineer, make your marksman even more terrifying and win. Do the exact same thing in reverse. It's not that hard, guys. Military only. God damn. I am such a simp.
Sniper monkey.
Pray they know how to shoot after the last PTSD relapse.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
Then get Psy, a chopper with a leaf blower, subs, then some upgrading, and then a artillery battery. And a plane pulling 12 Gs with homing arrows. And there you have it. I'm done with the easy parts. Because now it's apocalypse time. Now, I quickly glanced over it during the cabin example. First of all, whenever a balloon from any given round has flown out, then the next one begins. This stacks up and it quickly becomes really hard. Secondly, there's no end of round extra cash because the round really never stops. So we gotta get open, spam his brambles, and get a banana farm going. It's okay to lose lives. I've already done it and I will continue that trend. Otherwise, I won't succeed. Anyway, get sniper number 2 and then an engineer. Pray, chopper, banana farm, pray again, and die. Try again, but do better somehow. Die again. Try the balloon trap. Die again and again. Stop funding the military marksmen and focus on the pirates. And remember to pray. Oh my god. God damn it. Why? I don't actually know how I did that, but I won somehow. So we'll take that. Hard difficulty was somewhat easy. Now, with that said, it still had to be a little bit more strategized, but in the end, 2 snipers were enough together with the ninja. Open, a chopper, boat, village, and then aircraft carrying on the boat. At last, sneak in a wizard, and then you'll succeed. Or so I thought, but round 63 is a killer. 3 waves of 182 total ceramic balloons is tough to beat. And with Open's Holy Grail or Water Trees, 40 seconds away from the next wave, I, for some weird reason, die. So I would be back with more modernized pirate action, which saw me succeed on round 63. And with 2 aircraft carriers, smart chopper, and that stupid homing plane, I won. Magic monkeys only was pretty smooth. No, but seriously, this is what I did. Open, 2 ninjas, druid, alchemist, 3 wizards, some upgrading at top, and then the wizard at the bottom. 2 more ninjas, 2 super monkeys, and on the last round you would sell and have Batman with the Bloon Jitsu Master. Excellent strategy, if I should say so myself. Double Moab HP. I wanted to go for some magic monkey boosting because Open gives more range, pierce, and overall better popping power for mostly druids, but every other magic monkey too, even though a ninja isn't that magical. Anyway, even with pop blast, it was not enough to take the mob down.
Here we go!
It was instead boating time, and my favorite part of this was when I placed the boats down. The cannon ship took care of the ceramic balloons, and I had just enough cash for a pirate ship. Then I could focus on getting some pop blasting fellas and some crazy alchemist action going. Ooh, look everyone, level up. I promise I haven't been playing this game that much, guys, that much. Then I survive, yes, to round 63. Open streaks, then failed to the first wave of ceramics, and I just barely got them back in time. To then proceed dying on the next round with 17,000 cash. So I used that cash on 1 more pirate ship and then a Moab shop, which frantically flew backwards and forwards. I then got 2 glue gunners and at last a wizard. Double Moab HP was completed. Half cash. Now half cash is a bummer. It's in the name, everything is halved. So it's definitely not going to be easy. First I tried with a Boomy Boy and a Monke. I got to round 21, but I didn't save any money. Monkey and Quincy round 16, 2 Monkey and Quincy round 19, adding a Druid got me to round 23, Monkey and Sub 21, Monkey Sub Engineer Sniper 28, Benjamin Sub Monkey 18, now Adora. She was actually kind of a beast and was the one to help me save up for a banana farm on round 20. And with 2 grape shooting boats, I got to round 36. clearly this was not going to work. So I spent a lot of my time beating chimps on beginner maps and leveling up. This, by the way, is not something you do in a day. It takes a while on each map to go from hard difficulty to chimps and then beating it. Anyway, I wanted some levels and the achievement for chimps beaten 15 times. I just needed more monkey knowledge. This was to get pre-game prep monkey knowledge, so I would have spikes at the end of the track and some other military stuff. Since I'm in such a high level and have a lot of monkey knowledge spent on stuff, this was making a big-ish impact on the game modes I was playing earlier. Anyway, the spikes would only be 100 extra pops worth if the balloons leaked. It would help me get another 50 cash, which really goes a long way. So I tried again, first with a monkey sub and monkey, sold the monkey and put a door down. This worked until round 28, although I had upgraded the banana farm too much and I could probably have used the cash elsewhere. I tried without selling my free monkey, then got a 200 banana farm and a chopper. Things were looking good until round 36. Selling the banana farm got me to round 40, but it was not enough to beat the Moab. Another try didn't work either. Geraldo was also no good, neither was Benjamin, so I went back to my old roots. To someone who was not only good at popping, but also earning cash. It was Oben and his cash earning wall of trees. And Oben carried me to round 40. I just forgot to hit the record button, okay? Almost died on round 47, so I sold the banana farm to then get to round 63 and die. Then I tried again, and on my way to round 41, I encountered this stupid hiccup. And this was just me being lucky, because as you can clearly see, I tried on multiple occasions to pass round 40. The thing making me survive round 40 was the totem, slowing the mob and Bloons down in this area. The totem was roughly placed correctly 1/5 of times tried. A big bruh moment. But I finally beat round 40 again. Passed round 47 without quitting, to then die on round 54. Anywho, I don't want to show you the other useless attempts, so here we are at round 60. 62, 63 was tricky, 64, believe it or not, was no breeze. I had to restart on round 75, but then I survived the rest. Let's go! Oh! Alternate blue rounds. As the game mode suggests, the balloons are altered, and nothing is what you're used to. So much is camo balloons, and the lead balloons come around 10. This is the normal table of balloons all the way up to round 100, and this is the alternate balloon rounds table. The main thing to be aware of is early camo detection and lead popping power, and soon I also had to deal with a fortified Moab. This saw the Moab almost sneak through, but we have the dub in the bag with the pirate ship's handy hook. The rest of alternate balloons was kinda easy with a camo detecting village, and this would also be the first time on the Sanctuary map I would get the tier 5 monkey pirate ship. It is such a beast. Now, Impoppable. Impossible? No, absolutely not. Easy? Not quite. But let me tell you, even on the first attempt with a very late banana farm, I was able to, without issues, round 63, get to round 87. And that was the end to what would have been a flawless run. Please note the banana farm being turned into a bank. It's so efficient if you could spare the cash for a lot of rounds. I'm not lying when I say that my third attempt was garbage. I ran into so many rounds where I had to quit, nothing worked. I was even so stupid that I couldn't figure out how to sell my bomb tower, so round 63 could be beaten. After that, it was like baking a cake. Fucked up, but somehow works out great. Until you put it in the oven and forget to pull it out. With that encrypted logic, it meant I could beat round 100 with 33,000 cash back. So I restarted the round and bought a Spectre, the plane's big brother with homing bombs. And don't forget to micro your modders! Those DDTs came close to getting to the exit. Furthermore, Sai was the absolute hero here. Luckily, he had reached level 20 and could deal with DDTs instead of OMGs, which saved the run. And there you had it, only chimps remain. C.H.I.M.P.S is the definition of patience, will to live, and never-ending suffering. Most notably, there's no monkey knowledge or selling. In decoded language, this means the game is literally trying to make one's brain melt. If you're playing the hardest maps, that is. And if you remember for more than 40 seconds, then you should be able to remember I restarted around 100 on Impoppable. It is possible in C.H.I.M.P.S, but you will only get a golden border. Only if you do it in one try, then you'll get a black border. Sounds tricky? Yeah, It is. Especially because my spikes are gone. Anyway, how do we start such a challenge? That's you know, the big question. I don't know. Free monkey? No. Give up? Yeah. No, not that either. I was going to cheat. Not the way you think, but I was going to follow a quote-unquote guide, so I had a standing chance of knowing what to do. I couldn't just outright copy the guide, so I had to make an altered solution to beating chimps. The guide involved some precise placements and Quincy as the hero. Apparently, you have to place Quincy somewhere inside this circle. I wasn't that good at it at first and lost a lot. The trick was to place him so on round 7 when you've placed Monke. His arrow would bounce off this Bloon and hit the green Bloon coming down, and sometimes he would also fail on round 6. Anyway, after I hit the damn Bloon, I placed a sniper, set him on strong until a Bloon leaked monkeys up and carried the momentum till round 21. Seriously? And then 17, 21, 22 and so on. The guide used 4 druids with vines. They could pop any Bloon anywhere on the map. The first tactic was to get a late village down, get some discount, and now 4 druids for round 40. And then they would do this. Incredible altered strategizing. And the first tactic was looking hella fine. I got 2 alchemists down to buff my already existing towers and unfortunately only got to round 51. Then 47 and back to struggling on round 6 and 7. There's some aggressive cash shaving to start struggling on round 18. My stupid monkey brain could not at the time comprehend pressing button number 1 to activate Quincy's ability. Also round 21 was still devious. To be quite frank, I did just in general struggle in the sub 30 rounds. This time with a missile launching sub and a boat I got to round 55. And so I forgot the motto, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because I went through so many altered tactics that saw me get nowhere. Until I got the 202++ bomb tower. Halt! Spike factory time. Okay guys, so the guide, right? Yeah, well, it has a really important placement. Just this time it's more critical. This stupid, shitty, brain-melting spike factory had to be placed so precisely that a hair width of a difference would see me lose. With a village and a 420 alchemist, the spike factory should barely be able to reach this area, if I put it on the far option. The guide showed this picture of the placement. I followed that picture and failed, though I had to see how far I would get. Round 81, and I'm 81% there, guys. So I tried to get back to the spike factory, got there, and failed on round 63.
Oh, come on!
Struggled again with the first 3 rounds, tried some different tactics, got up to round 63, passed it, got the spike factory buffed, misplaced the spike factory again and again. I then messed around with the spike factory in free play and found a more reliable-ish placement that I would not succeed on the first new attempt, but surprisingly this second attempt, to then increase my highest round with 1 round. And now the things started clicking and I made the right placements. Almost completed chimps, but round 96 is so far from the finish, like, it gets twice as bad per round from here on out. 2 more tries saw me get no further and I again placed the spy factory wrong for the 20th time. There was then no groundbreaking change in tactics, sadly, and I pressed on with the same tactic for 15 other tries, except on the last 15th attempt where I got to round 98. But this was just not gonna cut it. I was running out too early of perma spikes, which by the way lasts for 300 seconds or 3 rounds. So around 93 and 95 is where it's possible to gain instead of losing spikes. Anywho, I figured I needed a new tactic. I never upgraded the submarine and it was just a waste of money. I then took the ice tower up for a spin and then followed the guide with an overclocking engineer. This saw me reach around 94 and then 92. Finally, I had figured the start out if I also placed the spike factory correctly. And surprisingly, I was also a little upset. Oh. Now, the ice tower got changed to WESTBOUND. This saw me reach around 98 with no issues and some money to spare, but it wasn't enough for around 99. And this is when my mind really kicked into motion. My pee-pee-poo-poo monkey brain had wasted almost 50 hours trying to beat C.H.I.M.P.S. And here I was expanding my monkey brain beyond human comprehension. First of all, I shouldn't upgrade one of my snipers and the other one should get no further than 220. Then don't waste money on the village and jungle drums. Put one of the doors inside the village discount range. Camo detection should also only be done by the wizard and therefore the village no longer gives camo detection, saving me some money. Then get the 025 spike factory early in the game. Don't upgrade the shattering shell modder until the very end so it doesn't shoot any faster. It's not necessary, and then critically go back to something truly remarkable. As you can see, the ZOMG is going nowhere, and the idea was to be stalling the shit out of round 97. It's only 2 ZOMGs, and therefore one can be pulled down by the pirate ship. And the money I've just been saving up is then used for, get this, a main Moab. This would be my saving grace. I almost forgot to buy the jungle drums on the village at last, but the ZOMG was now stalled. I could then overclock the spike factory twice, saving up so many spikes, and then the pirate ship at last.
Headshot.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's go! Yes! We won! As you could hear from the ecstatic screaming, I was very happy. Achieving this took way too long. Look at all these clips, man. Anyway, while playing monkey game, I had become a monkey myself. Hair was growing out of my ass faster than a sloth waking up. I not only needed to shower, it was a necessity. The same could be said about shaving my forehead, back, and ass. Absolutely disgusting. I'll look forward to seeing you next time.